How's everyone doing? I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. So let's take a look at this random word. So the word is presume. So when you think of this word, try to associate it with the word assume. You know, they rhyme. The suffixes are pretty much the same. So presume, assume, presume, assume. So anytime you encounter this word, which is like an advanced version of it, kind of, sort of, you'll be able to remember this. Another word you could think of when it comes to presume is suppose, right? You suppose, you kind of guess about something, right? So again, they're related to the word assume. So just keep that in mind, they're synonymous. So here, the definition of presume is suppose that something is the case on the basis of probability, right? So we assume, right, that something's true, something's evident based on just the likelihood of it. Yeah, there's a high chance that this is going to happen or this is true, you know. Now let's take a look at some example sentences so we can get a better idea of how this word functions. 6-year-old girl presumed dead. So this sentence here is something you often see in news headlines. Anytime they announce tragic news, like especially in local news about some innocent person dying, like a little child or a senior citizen or something. So 6-year-old girl presumed dead. You'll see this in the news. So in politics and anything involving reports. He didn't presume that I was a blank state. Okay, so what are they talking about here? He didn't presume, he didn't think basically that I, like some person, was a blank slate. What does this slate mean, right? So this is an actual expression. So a blank slate was like a slab of stone, a piece of stone, flat stone, almost like, paper, but a little thicker. And people, primitive people, ancient people, they used to write on these slates thousands and thousands of years ago. Because back then, they didn't have paper and pen like we do today. So that was the case. Now, as an expression, if you call someone a blank slate or refer to yourself as a blank slate, you're basically saying that you have no information up here. You have no knowledge. You know nothing. Maybe you're stupid. You're dumb, right? So he didn't, think that I was a dumb person, right? I was naive. So here you have friends, I presume. This is a common expression too. So someone might say this because they're gonna talk about a story or something like linked to this, connected to this. You have friends, you guys all have friends, I guess, right? So let me tell you about my friend Donnie. And then the person rambles on about some elaborate story related to friendship, okay? I presume they got back to Earth all right. So if you presume they got back to Earth all right, you assume that's true, right? That's evident. You're just guessing based on some signs, some piece of evidence, right? So maybe when they landed, like the astronauts or spacemen, let's say they landed in Florida, right? It was a smooth landing. And when they, left the space shuttle, you could see there were no marks on their bodies, right? And their facial expressions and look fine as well. So obviously you're assuming, you think everything went okay. What about this one? Active unlearners. I know that sounds really weird. So these are people who are trying to unlearn what they already know. I know, really weird. Seek to challenge. So they don't accept what they presume, what they think to already know. So here, they're just describing, how active unlearners, how they try to challenge or reject basically what they already know. Because their goal is to unlearn. That's it. So here you could see the word presume used again. It applied here. So in general, I think this is a very psychological word. So You could see it in psychology, sociology, kind of topics, or anything related to political science, anything of that nature. So, yeah, you're gonna see it more in the social sciences and humanities. Okay, you're probably, but you could, um, you know, maybe see it in biology too, because maybe they're talking about an animal or a plant and they assume it's dead or something, destroyed it or wiped it out or something like that. Or maybe they're presuming something about dinosaur fossils, right? They think they know what happened. They're not completely sure, but they have a good feeling about that, okay? They have a good judgment. So hope you guys like this. Please do share with your friends and family. Please subscribe to my channel if you already haven't, especially those of you that have been lurking for a while but were hesitant to click on it. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon.